time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jew, so I'm black. Cops won't drill me cause I'm black. Ops won't drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She won't fuck me cause I'm black. I don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jew, so I'm black. I can't fight the cops in the house. 30 blocks, heavy on the block. On the crack, tucked in the south. Instead of helping with a love, he was on the block for the grub. If he from my side, then it's love. One in big nuts, busting out the jeans, though we was hurting on the fiend. Without that crack, he was just like me. Dirty nigga from the concrete, but the white man dealt the same. So we eating at the trash can, people rock rock. Don't extend a hand, cause to them, this average black man. So for him, that's why I gotta make it. I ain't talking rap. Before the slave ships, I'm one of a kind. I can't take it, I can never leave my spot vacant. Cause I'm black, I see crowns and I take it. Cause I'm black, I never been in a spaceship, but I know a UFO when I see it. I know that this gon' come when I need it. I'm a faith in God, but I'm trying to read it. Y'all don't play that shit, I trust him when you say it. Cause I'm black, I won't kill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She won't hurt me cause I'm black. I don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jew, so I'm black. Cops won't kill me cause I'm black. Ops won't drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She won't fuck me cause I'm black. I don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jew, so I'm black. Learn to flip pennies cause I'm black. Know about semis if I'm black. Yeah, in the hood, we was strapped 10 toes down, we wearing sacks. Substitute like with black. And you gotta guess where I'm at. I be with the priest chillin' hard, right on Malcolm X Boulevard. To you niggas, to you the stars. Everything about my life is hard. I'll never fold, play my cards. You want beef, what's the cause? Watch your mouth, I hit hard. Back up for you leave guards. Everything you say, mad pause. Every move I make is within the laws. And I've been involved cause it's beneficial. Ask the enemy, I've been official. And not for weed, I've been official. Homie, I understand why you smoke. Like the press and slave boats. But the Bible is a cheat code. Thought points don't need those. Brotherhood is life's cheat code. Like cops won't kill me cause I'm black. Ops won't kill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She won't hurt me cause I'm black. I don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jew, so I'm black. Cops won't kill me cause I'm black. Ops won't drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She won't fuck me cause I'm black. I don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jew, so I'm black. I don't gotta buy J's cause I'm black. I don't get 2 cages cause I'm black. Fuck my whole life cause I'm black. But I left his eye blue and black. Ain't got a trap cause I'm black. Ain't got not one face tag. But I'm still getting profile, cause I think these crackers profile. Scruffy dead in the dark skin, baggy sweat with the butter tips. So they know they can't butter him, so they rather jealous I'm hustling. If you talk to him, they just come for him. I'm a law keeper, a peace breaker, no tranquility, a peace breaker. Deuce in the street sweeper, cup split on these cups and shit. But then I would die in the icy wrist, that shows on my chest and go blocking shit. Touch me, I'm only blocking shit, cause I'm black. You think I gotta cock the flip? Well, that's a stereotype, that's accurate. Cause crackers laying niggas in these cold streets and then tell my brother gotta beef from me. Cops won't kill me cause I'm black. Ops won't kill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She won't hurt me cause I'm black. I don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jew, so I'm black. Cops won't kill me cause I'm black. Ops won't drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She won't fuck me cause I'm black. I don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jew, so I'm black. So I'm black.
Shalom, sis. Shalom, shalom. Go ahead, kill that. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Shabbat to the brothers. Shalom, 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 Thumb Hashem Yashah to the sisters. ISCPK, Precinct Officer 50 Ayashala, coming off Pacific Northwest. Under Commander Jenny Ohana. We've been doing this since 1969, bringing the truth out. Letting blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians know who you are, man. And you are the 12 tribes of the Bible. You are the chosen people of the Bible. You are the chosen. And one thing that is keeping us, one of the main things that is keeping us and that is killing us from getting this praise that the Most High promises is the dietary laws, man. And I'm about to break down in Leviticus our dietary laws. Laws are not done away with. Christ did not come, paraphrasing, Christ did not come to destroy the laws, but to show that it can be done by a man of flesh that has a mother and a father just like you. And he did all of them. So he didn't come to destroy these laws, man. And these dietary laws are still a thing. Do you understand that? These dietary laws are still a thing. Eating pork is wrong. Shrimp, crab, and lobsters are wrong. Go ahead, start at Leviticus 11:1.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
So these are the beasts that you shall eat among all the beasts of the earth. Go ahead.
Whatsoever parteth the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat.
All right. So I sent you some pictures. Go ahead and pull those pictures up for me real fast. I think it's the first one that has what the claw. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Let me see that real fast. All right. Now this right here. This is exactly what he described. Claw-footed and cloven, and cheweth the cud. So that is a cow. That is a bison. Let me show you right here. So you see you have a moose. You have a goat. You have a sheep. You have a bison. You have a cow. Those are all of the things that you can eat. All right. Keep going. Now all those have. Go ahead and read that part again.
Whatsoever parteth the hoof.
So those have the parted hoof. Go ahead.
And is cloven-footed.
And it's cloven-footed. So that was that back part of the that was that back part that I had showed you guys. So the clove foot, which is the it looks like it just have two toes, and then I'm sorry, the parted hoof that looked like they had two toes, and then the clove was that back part of the hand that I showed you guys, or the feet. Go ahead.
And is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud.
And they chew grass. Okay.
Among the beasts.
All right, keep going.
That ye should eat. That shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud. I keep saying cud. Or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof.
So a camel, you cannot eat a camel because the toes of a camel is together. All right, keep going. Even though it chews the cud, even though it is a grass eater. That's what cod is. It's a grass eater. The toes of the camel are still just together like this. Go ahead.
He is unclean unto you.
He is unclean unto you.
And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you.
I didn't select. If you can look up what that is.
I think it's like a raccoon or something. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, that is another thing that is unclean. You know, raccoon have paws.
Right.
Yeah, so that's not a raccoon. That's some other type of beast. That's probably like a pig or a horse or. Okay, so that's pretty much that's a what do you call those things? A rodent, rats, squirrels, rabbits.
That's a hair.
Yeah, hare, rabbit, the same thing. Yeah, um, if you ever seen a rabbit's foot, it's not fully separated. It's still together. It has little fingers, but it is not separated. Go ahead. So that's a cooney. So when you got people that eat rats, eat squirrels, eat rabbits, that is unclean to you. You are not supposed to eat these things. Keep going. Even though they chew the cod, they do eat the grass, but they are unclean to you.
And the hare, because he cheweth the cod, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean to you.
There you go.
And the swine, though he divideth the hoof, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cod, he is unclean to you.
All right. So that the swine is a pig. Salakia. A pig is unclean to you, even though it has the separated hoof and it has a clove foot, but it cheweth not the cod. The pig, the swine, is a garbage disposal. That is how we get rid of a lot of waste in the earth. The reason why our earth is the way it is right now and so destroyed, because we are killing one of the things that's supposed to clean the earth. A pig can eat plastic, metal. A pig can eat a human body, bones and all. Now, if you want to get away with murdering you, I'm not telling people how to do this. I'm just saying, if you really want to get away with murder and you kill somebody, you can feed that thing to a pig, and a pig will destroy that thing. You feel me? If you got 10 pigs, good night. Them pigs will destroy a body within days. You feel me? Bones and all. So a pig is a very unclean thing. You feel me? Because the way that it digests all that nasty stuff inside of it, it doesn't sweat it out. It keeps it in. Mm-hmm. If you ever seen them process a pig, all the ooze and the pus that comes out of a pig, man, and you can still sit down and eat that thing. Now people say, be like, oh, well, you eat beef hot dogs. You know what they put in beef hot dogs? How they, whatever, it's just all the leftovers that's scooped up and put in there. Okay, but beef is clean. Just think about all that stuff that is getting put into a hot dog, but it's a pork hot dog. That is way worse because the pork is already nasty. The pig is already nasty. The pig is an unclean thing, man. Like I say, these laws are not done away with, man. So if you sit there and think that you can go like your pastor teach you, you can sit there and have pork and still think that you're going to be saved by the Most High. You're not. You feel me? If you think that you can sit there and go in the wild and survive off of rabbits and gophers and squirrels, and think that, well, the Most High put them here for me to eat them, it shows you right here, you cannot eat those things, man. Those are all unclean to you. You should not put those to your mouth. Keep going on.
Well, so like, if I may.
Go ahead.
I was just about to say, I was reading, I forgot where I can't find it no more, but it said that there is no safe temperature to cook pork.
No, there's not a safe temperature to cook pork because it's an abomination to your body.
Right. There's no safe temperature to
There's
cook pork.
no safe temperature, man. It is an abomination to you. Look at Jamie Foxx right now. I bet you if you go to Jamie Foxx's refrigerator, you know he just had a really big health scare. You feel me? A lot of people was worried about this brother. But that health scare, you know what it is? One is the music he's producing to sleep with other man's wives and stuff, which is an abomination as well. But I bet you if you go in his kitchen, he has pork bacon, pork chops, shrimp, crab, and lobster. He's buying the best of it. He's buying top shelf. You feel me? And all that right there is going to kill you, man. Check how old Jamie Foxx is. Jamie Foxx is not that old, man. Jamie Foxx is not that old, and he's already having health problems. A lot of our people are having health problems at a young age. And I bet you one thing that you can tie to all this, people say it's genetics, when it's not genetics, man. He's 55, man. He's 55. And he's having all these health problems. And the same thing that you can see going on in our community, man. High blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, everything else, man. It's all because we're eating these things that we're not supposed to, man. You're thinking you're whining and dining yourself with this shrimp, crab, and lobster. You're not. You think you're whining and dining yourself with all this pork. You are not. You are killing yourself slowly. He is 55. Good health, has a lot of money. So you know he's working out, doing what he got to do to keep in tip-top shape. But none of that is going to save you. If you can't put down the pork. If you can't put down that swine, man. If you can't stop eating like the oppressor is telling you to eat. Back in the day, man, we used to eat pork because that's all they gave us. And then we turned it into a luxury dish by making it the way we made it. And then the oppressor turned it into something to have every morning and every day. Because we did that. Even though the oppressor's nasty, they eat raw meat anyway, which is disgusting. But we had our kitchen and things smelling good because they was like, oh, they're not supposed to. I'm telling you, the oppressor fed us these things because they knew that we were not supposed to eat it. They didn't feed us this thing because it was the bottom of the barrel. They fed us everything that we were not supposed to eat. They could have fed us chicken. They could have fed us little old chickens. That's not going to feed nothing. But they chose to feed us a really fat pig that can feed our whole family. And you know why? Because they knew that it was unclean to us, to the Most High. And that's what they gave us. If they really wanted to be cruel, they gave us one chicken and we all had to survive off that one chicken. Now that's cruel. You feel me? That's cruel because what is that? We have family of 4 or 5 children with the man and the woman there at the beginning until our kids got stronger, then they separated us. But growing, they could have just fed us one chicken a night. To be really unruly, to be really devilish. Oh, that's like I ain't gonna say devilish, but they to be really just to really just get under our skin. But no, they fed us a big pig. You feel me? But you can survive off a pig for days. The reason why they did that was not to say that, oh, this is all I'm gonna give y'all to eat. They did that because they knew it was unclean. And they knew that if we ate that, we were going against our dietary laws, and the Most High would not look out for us. Because the Most High is not going to look out for us except for not following the laws and statutes and commandments. And eating swine is one of those. Keep going on.
Come. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
You're not even supposed to touch a dead pig. If you have a pig as a pet, no sweat. You can have a pig as a pet. But like I say, it disposes things. You know, if you got things that you just need to get out of your kitchen because it's going bad, and you don't want to throw it away because you throw it away in your trash can, you're gonna attract more nasty animals. So you turn it into a slop and you give it to your pig. The pig will demolish it. You don't have to worry about it. But now, once that pig dies, you have to wrap your hands, wrap your arms, and throw this pig somewhere to where none of your kids can touch it, none of your families can touch it, and none of your other animals can touch it. Because it is unclean when it's dead. Keep going.
Come. They are unclean to you.
They're very unclean to you, man. Even when it's dead, you are not supposed to touch this thing. They didn't say that about the other animals. They said this about the pig, the swine. They are very unclean to you. Even touching it in death is unclean to you. Keep going.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
And this is going to the waters. Go ahead.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters.
A bass has fin and scales. A salmon has fin and scales. Sardines have fin and scales. I think I sent you a picture on the water ones as well. If you can find that for me, Bob, sure. Those things have fins and scales. A crab do not. A crab don't have fins nor scales. A tuna fish have fins but are smooth. They have no scales. So tuna is unclean. Tuna is an unclean fish, man. Sharks, they have fins but no scales. They are unclean. Did you find it?
So that's the last one. Now is this one.
Okay. So lucky I didn't send you that other pic. No sweat. Okay. But yeah, those are the things that is unclean in the water. Shrimp and crab and lobster. They don't have fins. A crab and lobster, or a lobster and a shrimp, they do have scales, but they do not have fins. They have little arms and a tail. So eating those are unclean as well. Do you understand that? Those are abominations to your body, man. This is why our people are the way they are right now. We are number one in health. Even though the Most High cares about us, at the same time, He is punishing us because we are eating these unclean things. And because you don't know that you're eating an unclean thing, He is still trying to show you mercy so you can learn about this and change your life and get out of this. But if you want to be like the oppressor, you want to eat that pig every morning. Man, they got, man, Safeway Select. Go look at they turkey bacon. If you want some good bacon that's not pork, get some Safeway Select, man. That's going to be the cheapest, but it's fire. That's what my family eats. I get that Safeway Select anytime I can. You feel me? And like I said, it's not expensive. But now, if you want to get higher into more, some better turkey bacon or beef bacon, you can always go to a little butcher shop and they'll slice some beef bacon up for you. But that turkey bacon, you can go to Whole Foods, you can go to Trader Joe's. I mean, I got spots for you. Hit me up. Seriously, hit me up. I got spots for you to go get some good turkey bacon. And it has the fat in it. It cooks just like pork bacon. But it's all turkey. It's all clean for you, man. There's alternatives, man. If you really want it, if you really want to change, there's alternatives. But if you don't want to change, man, I mean, hey, I can't even say best to you because you know what you're doing to yourself. You're putting an abomination inside your body, which you're going to die at a young age. And a very sad death. You're going to feel the pain when you pass. Keep going.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Exactly. They should be an abomination to you, man. Shrimp, crab, lobster, shark, tuna fish. Those are going to all be an abomination to you. There's more. If you pull a fish out the water and it is smooth to the touch, throw it back. If you grab a fish out of the water, or if you grab a creature out of the water and it does not have fins, throw it back. It needs to have fins and it needs to have scales at the same time, all together, like a bass, like salmon, like sardines. There's more other fish in there that has the same thing, but this is just to give you an idea. Shrimp, crab, lobster, shark. It is not clean. It is not for you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man or woman. It is an abomination to you, and this is why we die early deaths. Why we are number one in diseases caused by food intake that we are not supposed to eat. It is not a genetic thing. It is a curse that we are going through, that we are living through. Until we clean up our act, we're going to stay this way. Keep going on.
They shall be even an abomination unto you.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination.
Don't touch them. Keep going.
Whatsoever hath no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. And these are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls.
Go ahead.
They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle, and the osprey, and the osprey, and the vulture, and the kite after his kind, even raven after his kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo. What is that? Right there.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
These are all predator. What do you call it? These are all predator birds.
Birds of prey.
Fowls. These are all predators. They eat to survive, and they eat unclean things. So we are not to eat them. They keep the unclean things in check. They eat rats. They eat rodents. So we are not to eat these things. Keep going.
And the hawk after his kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gyre eagle, and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat, all fowls that creep going upon all four shall be an abomination unto you.
Bugs, insects. Did you know that lobsters are a family of scorpions? Scorpions are an abomination. So is a lobster. Did you know that crabs are cousins and family of a tarantula, which are abomination? So is a crab. So if you can sit there and you can eat a crab, you're eating a tarantula. If you're sitting there and you're eating a lobster, you're eating a scorpion. If you're eating crawdads and all that, you're eating bugs. You're eating cockroaches. They have the same system. One is on land, one is in the water. It is an unclean thing to eat these things, man. You would run up the wall if you see a spider, a cockroach, or any kind of bug. But then you would turn around and you would eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, crawdads. You're eating the same thing. They're just water bugs. They do the same thing in the water that roaches and things do on earth. They keep the earth clean. Shrimp, crab, and lobster keeps the water clean. That's why our water is so polluted right now. They're crab fishing and crab hunting and lobster hunting. They're taking away our filters. They're eating all the pigs. They're eating all the swine, the rats, and the rodents. They're taking away our filters. That's why we have so much trash everywhere. A crab doesn't die until its shell cracks. Crabs have something. Look this up. Crabs have something in them, and this is probably why the oppressor eat them and make it such a delicacy, because they think that they'll live longer eating a crab. But a crab actually grows backwards. The older the crab gets, the younger it is. Look it up. This is a true fact. Crabs age backwards. Once their shell gets hard, they can live forever. A crab can live forever because it is made to keep the ocean clean. Simple as that. They are not made to be eaten. If people want to cry about the ozone layer, all this, all that, stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster and watch how our earth will become cleaner. Our waters will become cleaner. They don't tell you that, though. They just say, oh, stop using all this plastic. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. No, let the animals do what they're supposed to do. Stop eating things that you're not supposed to eat. Let them flourish how they're supposed to flourish. Because everything has a cycle. But if we're breaking that cycle, then thus the world is going to come to what it's coming to now. Polluted. Disgusting. But that's nobody's fault but the oppressor, man. Keep going.
Life. Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind,
Crickets, go ahead.
and the bald locust after his kind,
Go ahead.
and the beetle after his kind,
Eat some beetles. Go ahead.
and the grasshopper after his kind.
Go ahead.
But all other flying, creeping things which which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you.
So yeah, you can eat crickets and you can eat beetles, but you are not to eat cockroaches. You are not to eat spiders. You are not to eat ants. You're not to eat scorpions, centipedes, any of those kind. Keep going.
And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even. And whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. The carcasses of every beast which divideth the hoof and is not cloven footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Every one that toucheth them shall be unclean. And whosoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you.
So this is talking about dogs and cats. Those are unclean. But you won't eat a dog or cat, but you will eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and swine. So that doesn't make sense. You eat those things, but you won't eat these things. You shouldn't eat none of them. We have a dietary law. We have a full dietary law. And it's right here in the Bible, man. It's right here in the Bible. Pay your tithes, come to class, learn the laws, man. Only way our people is going to get free from where we are now. So you can ask any question at any given time, and when in any of our live classes, we don't shy away from any question, man. We are taught by Commander Yohana and everybody under him, man, which are strictly true to the Bible. Pay your tithes. ISUPK.com, man. Pay your tithes. Pay these brothers that's putting their life on the line for you, man. Stand up late to teach you, man. Studying the Bible because you don't want to. With that, I'm going to say, Shalom, Israel.